My name's Gilbert Angana. So I'm into leadership coaching, leadership teaching, and consulting. So first, I want to just dedicate this award to all the leaders that are here, or anyone that is considering themselves leaders. I think the genesis of the book that I wrote, Engaged and Productive, started on a journey that I was fighting with God way in 2015. I was being called into a marketplace ministry. I was fighting until 2020, when now, just at the beginning of COVID, something happened. I just moved out of employment. If you ask me how, I don't think it was my decision. But I think God was calling me into a space of coaching, into a space of leadership. Just engaging with leadership, teaching some new ways of on how we can be able to lead in a better way. And the book Engaged and Productive is as a result of my very few years in the corporate space, 15 years. And just looking at the aspects, the experience that I've been led by good leaders, but I've also been led by worse and toxic leaders, which is a reality. I have served in church. I have seen the toxic nature of church leaders, but I've also seen the good aspect of church leaders. I've served in the NGO space, in the community development. I've seen the same. But the one thing that all leaders are usually fighting for is one: how do we ensure that our members are highly engaged and productive? So then this book gives that overview in terms of 5 mind shifts that us as leaders, we can be able to employ. And it's not necessarily a contemporary mind shift. We are talking about aspects around leaders using authority. So how do you shift from authority to influence? Leaders using ego. How do you move from ego to appreciative? Leaders communicating the targets, the work, the directive. How do we move to connecting? Aspects around leaders using, some leaders are inferior in some aspects. How do we ensure that we start being cheerleaders? And of course, the last one is around apathy. How do we ensure that as leaders we move to become inquisitive and curious? And when you practice this, you will see the kind of transformation that is going to happen in your church, in your business, in your organization. And I hope that it can touch as many people as possible in the world. Thank you very much.